Oh my god. What is this? Did you know in the good old days Factorio used to have only 4 science packs? That's right, you'd set up your red and green science starter base, then get oil to automate the complicated blue science, and the last science pack didn't require any ingredients at all. Just go kill some biters and collect their purple goo, also known as alien artifacts, and that's it. With those 4 science packs you could win the game by building, no, not the rocket silo, the rocket defense, the game-winning structure which didn't even have placeholder graphics. Well, the devs clearly thought 4 science packs were not enough and extended it to 7, introducing the expensive endgame purple production science and the yellow high-tech science, utility science, as well as unlocking the infinite tech tree with the white space science. But as it turns out, not everyone agrees that even 7 science packs is enough, like Seminar, the author of this little mod called Science Galore, which adds 36 new science packs to the game. And no, those do not replace the 7 vanilla science packs, it's 36 all new cherries on top of the Factorio vanilla pie. I mean, that's just total madness. How are you even supposed to feed 43 different science packs into a single lab? Anyway, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's get started with the basics. We start off as usual, burning burnable bunches of branches and billion-year-old biomass in a bundle of burner miners. So, let's switch over to Live Mic and see how he does. We are going to play Science Galore. Right, so let's go. Just gonna play a new map. Just the default settings. I think it's gonna be difficult enough with 36 extra science packs on top of the usual 7. Let's first look at something scary. Alright, be ready. Oh my god. What is this? These are the milestones for the different types of science we need to complete. Oh, that is a lot of science. Let's look at the tech tree, I guess. Alright, this looks normal in the beginning. We have normal green science and we have a bunch of extra red science packs, it seems. So these don't require green science to research. So I guess it's all going to be red science tier, the first 6 extra ones or so. So let's scroll down a bit. So here it already starts to be... You cannot even read the science packs anymore. To get the car, for instance, we need to have 12 different science packs. The 2 normal ones and 1 through 11. Alright, here is just starting to get ridiculous near the end. This is gonna be an expensive playthrough, man. The price of all the technologies has not changed compared to vanilla, except there's just tons of additional costs through all these extra science packs on top. Alright, so raw science pack, raw iron ore and raw copper ore. Are we going to have ore on a bus? The color just changes ever so gradually, so that means we're going to have to put them in order on a belt to make it look nice. So this quite cheap. Let's see if it stays that way. 1 low density structure and 3 rocket fuel for 2 propulsion science packs. That is not cheap at all. What? Okay, looks like near the end they get quite expensive. Let's check the last one, satellite science pack. Which requires a satellite. There are 36 new science packs plus 7 vanilla ones, that is 43 science packs, right? Man, this is insane. Alright, I guess that was kinda the intro. So let's quit. We reset the timer. So we're playing on default settings, but this is a desert map that is not really good. So I guess we just start with grabbing the 8 iron plates from the spaceship and the ammo. Let's take a look around. We've got some biters on the map already. Our patches are nice and bunched up, except stone, so that is good in a way, because it makes it so we don't need to run around a lot. But it's also quite bad, because this is going to be a mixed miner patch. Oh, there's coal rocks here as well. Yeah, this it is not even straight edges. This is going to be a horrible mix of miners. So that is going to be fun to try to sort out. But I'm basically just getting some resources to set up a small power plant and to make the first science specs. Okay, let's just keep track of how much stuff we have over here. We can already start crafting some part of the power plant. Actually, for this playthrough I may have... Oh, first science spec, we've got a milestone. I don't have gun turrets yet, so let's start deconstructing here. Alright, so we're gonna switch to electric mining after this. It is default settings, but it is kind of a desert map. There's barely any trees around except for here. So pollution is gonna spread quite fast regardless. Okay, so normally my initial go-to is 30 science packs. That is gun turrets, military, automation, which is usually the order for me. So we're gonna need a bunch of raw science packs to unlock basic technologies like electronics, fast inserter. After that already gets 3 different science packs per type. I could do like 10 more to unlock the raw science. Let's do 10 more. And we can actually just do the ingredients for raw science in a furnace without coal, I guess. Right, then we just pick up the ore later. Since raw science requires an iron ore and a copper ore. That's why it's raw, I guess. Right, labs. We do have 40 science packs. Even without even distribution, it still doesn't take too much time. You can just do like so. And it's evenly distributed. Okay, now let's select those 4 technologies. I'm paranoid. Let's just do my usual order, like so. And raw science packs. Light is also only red science. 10 red science packs and we can make lights. So I guess let's make 10 more. Let's get rid of all the multitude of science packs for these as well. That should... Yeah, that should make it a lot easier to read. So now we just have the 43 science packs on here. And we can basically see when we made the first one. Since we are polluting biters, I want to leave at least a couple gun turrets here. So there's 12 raiders because I want to just quickly scout what is around me without having to walk there. Okay, that was the first kill. First small biter killed 25 minutes into the game. I guess we can just go take out that nest. We have military now, we can make a light armor. Let's make a shotgun with some shells. That's the cheapest way to take out biter nests. Also make a machine gun. And some more ammo. Alright, so I don't like it when biters attack me. As soon as biters attack me, I usually go to attack the biters. Or normally even before that. Let's switch off the blinking tech light for once. Alright, I don't have fish though. Normally you can just run in with fish, you will be fine. There is the new attack group. Alright, I decided I want to do it without fish. So I'm gonna just craft some gun turrets. No fish this playthrough. Put them away not too far. Oh, they're already coming. Now it's just a matter of trying to avoid the worm spit, which does not go too well. Let's try to heal. Oh no, we don't heal up if we... Yeah, I forgot about that. You don't heal up if you're shooting. We could let this guy shoot the turret. And then we can just go here. Okay, he's not focused on the turret. Alright, that was a bad example. I'm making this way harder than it needs to be. Right, he can reach that. So what I do is this. He will start shooting the turret. Right? Shoot the turret already. Come on. Come on. Now I can go here and just shoot him. Alright, so that is what you can do with one worm. It's quite easy. You can later just repair the turret. Now we just ignore everything and just shotgun the nest. Because the shotgun is like 12 times more resource efficient compared to the gun, machine gun, I think. There's quite a big difference in the early game. Alright, let's just plan the base a bit. Obviously, we're gonna have some miners. Let's give it some icon as well. The miners are probably going to be around this area, I would imagine. The question is, where is the rest gonna go? So we have a little bit of distance then between the furnaces and the water. How do we even cram 43 science packs in one lab? That's a good question. So let's just do a quick test, because that is pretty interesting. It's like the main focus, I guess, of the mod. Perhaps 3 belts you can do it. I should at least set up my miners before I do this. Alright. Okay, how am I gonna do mixed ore patches, man? Okay, I want to put these guys in their final place already. So I want to get like some sort of a partial clean line going. So this is a clean iron line. This miner could go down one to grab the last of it. So this is all clean iron, that is good. We start off with at least a full yellow belt of iron mining capacity. You need 30 miners for that. Then we're gonna have sort of a mixed. The rest is gonna be mixed, isn't it? Okay, let's just pretend it is one ore patch. Let's just ghost all the clean miners so we know. Okay, all of these are clean. Alright, this is all mixed. I think I'm just gonna treat this entire belt like mixed. This can go up basically, this can go down. Alright, then I want to get some clean copper. This is clean. We don't need a lot of clean copper in the beginning, I don't think. Yeah, this is gonna be enough clean copper. 12 miners, yeah, that will do. Alright, so let's delete all those. This is all clean. I laid all of this out because what I want to do is just mine directly into furnaces for a little bit. Alright, so now we are actually mining some iron. Guess we're gonna do the same for copper as soon as we have some iron. Yeah, we're gonna build more miners. Meanwhile, we can try figuring something out here. So a normal setup could look something like so. And then you have some underground belts to pass over the long-handed inserters. So here you can take from 3 different belts, so you can use 6 different science packs. Alright, so we can basically use this long-handed inserter trick to... Guess we can get away with this. Gonna have 2 belts. Except this is gonna be underground. This is gonna be yellow underground. This is gonna be red underground. And now we already have 2 belts on this line. We can add 2 more belts on that line. Can we get a 3rd belt in here and still power all of that? So we need something which works with small power lines. This is too far. We could do another belt even further on the outside, like so. And then just use a splitter to just pop that science in here in reach of this inserter. So that could be 5 belts already on one side. And we can flip that around. That is 10 belts. 10 belts is 20 science packs. 20 science packs is good, but 20 science packs is not 43 science packs, so we're only halfway there still. Yeah, I guess you could do it with bots. With bots it's easy, just make a requester chest with all science packs and that's it, right? I'm going to try to use mechanical solutions only, because you can solve any logistical problem with bots. Alright, so here we get the first issue with this weaving stuff. If we place the labs apart, we need red and blue belts, because this yellow belt does not reach. It reaches to here, but not to here. So we can do this if we build the labs together like so. So now you see those underground belts connect. But now we cannot have these extra belts at the bottom. Still though, I guess it's gonna take a while before we have 20 science packs. So I may just start off using this approach. 20 science packs, man, that gets me pretty far into the game, right? I'm doing things in the wrong order. I already forgot I should be emptying these furnaces and making more miners while I was doing that. That's my own mistake. I want to get straight into the interesting part of the mod, and I just want to skip the early game. Okay, so for now we just use chests, then the miners at least will keep mining if I forget to look back. And we can end up with a whole bunch of resources which we then can pretty quickly turn into whatever we need. Let's just set the basics up here, like so, and then we can just get lost in the 36 science packs dilemma again. Couple more on coal. Okay, now I will have the iron to move the power plant up here as well. Actually, let's just plan where the power plant goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like so. Let's go OCD on the chunk grid. Central in these two chunks. Okay, let's just cut everything out. We'll just move it and be done with it. I guess we're just gonna pump all the water for the entire factory out of this super tiny pond over here instead of using the big lake. That makes thematic sense. Alright, now we have that close by at least. Let's set away... Actually, let's just make those. Let's just make our first raw science packs. Iron ore and copper ore. 2 seconds for 4 science packs. That's quite fast. That's a lot faster than automation science. That's 10 times faster than automation science. Alright, we made the first raw science packs before the hour. I already got the first one. Alright, let's also make some red science. Then we can actually slowly research the rest of the technologies in the background. Oh yes, I did it. The speedrunner technique. Let's put the radars back up. That's gonna cause a bunch of pollution. Hop. Synchronized radars, 12 pieces. The radars will scan around as far as they can scan. And we don't need to worry about exploring anymore. I think this is a decent... I think we are gonna use this thing. Plop. And 12 new chunks discovered. That's gonna go fast. Okay, that is all the type 1 science we need until we actually automate different types of science packs. Oops. Alright, this is gonna be actual red science. Sort of automated. Yeah, look at the labs. That is a lot of science packs. It doesn't even fit in the screen. I don't think even space exploration has this many science packs. Alright. That is 200 red science as well. Alright, then we're just gonna work on getting a lot more assemblers. Just gonna make the ingredients we need for building a bus, building a furnace area. Gonna need more miners, we're gonna need assembly machines, we're gonna basically need everything that a real base has. We have automated power. Pollution cloud is under control. Alright, I should probably be researching something then. Let's do logistics. That seems quite essential to build a base. Okay, stone walls we can research. We're just gonna research everything we can. Basic military science. Basic military science requires a submachine gun and 2 ammo. And it unlocks heavy armor, military 2 and the damage upgrades. That looks quite important. Science pack 4, steel science pack. So we should get steel processing. Oh, this is actually 100 science packs, that's a lot. Okay, my early game... this setup just got busted. It is no way near sufficient. And we can just keep refeeding it. We're not in that much of a hurry, we've got an entire furnace area to build. Right, some stone miners, I need more stone. Alright, that will mine me some stone. Let's just get rid of all the ghosts. And let's just add some more red signs in here. I think it's just time to start at least designing a furnace area. Until we get some more resources. Okay, we've got all of this stuff, so we can basically make bunches of inserters as fast as we want. I guess we should make some automated belts though. Or like automated, you know, automated. Automated is a big word in a Michael Hendricks playthrough. We don't automate things around here. I think I'm gonna build the cheap furnace setup without long-handed inserters. Going like so. And then we copy this 8 times. And that's a full yellow belt of ore, and with the Mark II furnaces, that is going to be a full red belt of ore. Let's just select everything for deconstruction in this area for now, except for the cliff, and then we can just easily place this on top of whatever is in the way. I'm actually not going to walk out to those biters just yet, so just sprinkle around like a handful of gun turrets. They're going to come from this direction somewhere. The first attack is gonna consist of like 1 or 2 biters, because initially the pollution spreads quite slowly on each chunk. So now we kinda need to plan out the amount of furnace stacks. Yeah, we just align it with this bottom chunk. Let's do that. And then we can just place them next to each other like so. This does not look too bad. Let's pick up the stone. I can imagine that's enough stone. We don't need stone for anything else. Actually, we may need stone for anything else. What do I know? This is science galore. There may be bunches of stone required for a whole bunch of other things. Right, iron, copper, and this is gonna be reserved for steel. I think I'm just gonna make iron into steel in the same column, and I can use the additional iron when we don't need the steel, something like that. Then we can get away with this furnace area for a long time, even like so. Yeah, let's go for that. So this is going to be a coal belt. The coal belt will put coal on the inside of this double bus, so we need to load ore onto the outside, like so. Alright, let's test it out. Here comes coal on the belt, goes on the inside. The ore is loaded on the outside, so that is how it's gonna go. Something like so. Okay, that is the first attack. So yeah, now we're indeed polluting that nest. It's gonna get worse. I think I should be producing some gun turrets and ammo. Once the furnace area is set up, I'll start smelting. Then we're just gonna walk around killing some biters, I guess. I have a feeling I should be killing biters way before that though. The raiders are done. Stop using my power. That cuts power usage down quite a bit. Alright, so here's our coal system. I'm gonna have to hook that up to over here, something like so. And we can start distributing that on the belts. Right, so we're gonna make a whole lot of gears. I'm gonna be making some gun turrets here as well. And I'm also gonna be making some ammo. And that was all my resources again. Keep mining iron. Alright, yeah, we cannot really wait. I think I should just go take out some biters. Let's just not overthink and connect iron. Alright. This should work, right? 24 iron furnaces. Let's work on building the rest because we need mainly iron. And then we go take out biters. I should start making gun turrets then. So I don't have the iron for it, because I put everything into this stuff. Alright, we can make this amount of gun turrets. And pretty soon we can grab a lot more iron here. Okay, let's just finish this. Alright, I should be researching technologies. Let's just research all the science packs. I guess let's unlock logistics science pack. That unlocks a whole 2 technologies, landfill and tool belt. All the other technologies need additional science. Alright, science pack 2, basic logistics science. 3 was already researched, alright. Military. 4, steel science pack. 5, electricity science pack. Requires boilers, lamps and offshore pumps. The safe option. Alright, this one requires actual green science to research, so I guess science packs 1 through 6 are the science packs between red and green science. Alright, anyway, this is the amount we're gonna have at the beginning. We'll do this. It is quite slow, but it's alright. We don't want giant pollution anyway. I will defend at least this location though. I guess I'll just sprinkle a few gun turrets just for safety. Alright, I do have 50 gun turrets now. That's more than plenty for what I need. Now kinda everything is covered. Sort of. Now the entire base is protected. Just keep on postponing until it's too late here. Science is okay, let's just go. This is gonna take a while. So yeah, just a single small nest, but it can spawn so many biters. As always, just whenever you can, it's just easier to go take out the biters at the base. Here's no worms, so we can even just ignore the biters. Maybe not completely. Okay, I should be a little less cocky. I think we're just gonna take out all of these nests which are close by. Okay, here we need to be a little bit more careful. There's worms in there. Very careful. Right, let's get rid of all of those. And just put down a couple gun turrets to distract the worm. And then you can just go like this. Let's put the gun away from my inventory here, so I have all the ammo available for my gun turrets. So I'm gonna lose a couple gun turrets, but that's alright. Guess I want to come in from the top here, so that I can first take out those worms. Oh, that's too close by already. I'm too lazy to shoot myself. If that happens. Yeah. Especially the unupgraded shot. There's another nest right behind it. Right, we won't take out those guys just yet. Right, let's do the dance with this guy. No, he was not Johnny, he was accompanied by a nest. That cannot be a Johnny. Don't have that much ammo remaining. I think I'm gonna go back to the base and restock. Alright, I think we're gonna get our first inventory full sound. Yes, full of iron. Nice. Right, let's make more ammo. We'll just keep handcrafting. Alright, we still have about 80 science packs left, but there is nothing else to research. With just red science. Actually, yeah, we did those raw science packs for electronics and fast inserters, and I guess that is everything we can research until we unlock the next science pack. I think we're gonna build a real base before doing that. Alright, so no easy early access to military 2 and no grenades means yeah, all of this is gonna be pretty expensive. Alright, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take out these biters, and then we're just gonna explore manually a bit around. Make sure the pollution cloud stays in vision. I'm just gonna make one loop, take out everything that is close by. We have kind of a starter base going on. We just make some iron, a little bit of copper, and we just made a bunch of gun turrets and ammo. And we are now taking out all the nearby biters and exploring, keeping our pollution cloud visible. The easiest way to deal with biter attacks is to not get attacked, in my opinion. Normally I would like to use the car for that, but yeah, this is science pack galore. And the car is locked away behind 12 science packs, so good luck with that. So yeah, at this stage of the game we're walking. So I have a mod installed which lets me speed up the physical game. It speeds up friend and foe alike, so we are not really gaining any advantage by doing so. And that guy is a sniper. Artificial steel axe with 2 times game speed. Right, so I guess let's go down a bit. Probably should come from the north since the worms are there. The small biter's trigger range is about 1 chunk away, so we are exactly here safe, but if we come just a little closer they will already trigger. It's generally a good idea to place gun turrets before you trigger any biters, but oh well. See how the worms are just targeting the gun turrets while I just stand here. Alright, another one down. Biter nests. I think we found our friend. Hello, little pal. Our forest loving nature and hidden killer. I'm getting stuck in the trees. Yes, here, he has arrived. Long-time fans will know what is about to happen. This guy is gonna survive all game long. Here he is, little Johnny. Surrounded by trees of wisdom. Shiny, sparkling green trees which will very likely not stay that way. Unfortunately, we don't have the air filters like in Factorio. So do we need to go all the way around? I don't know how far it is around this lake. Alright, thanks Odium for the 2nd month subscription, man. Can't believe I'm in my 2nd month already. Build and mostly deconstruct these turrets every time. Oh hey, Bold Viking, thanks for the raid, man. Alright, where do we need to go? Straight down from here. Okay, those guys are actually that is the largest nest so far. Should we take those guys out? I guess they're at about the same distance like here. I say let's hold off on that. Let's see if we can get like military too. Some grenades would be nice to take those guys out. Or at least some damage upgrades. I bet there's a nest on the peninsula. Yeah, it could very well be. Starter base making 36 signs. Well, yeah, there's not gonna be... No way I'm hand feeding my way out of this one. Okay, these guys have got to go. Do I need to do everything myself around here? Alright. All the gun turrets are empty. Alright, so we have revealed the entire pollution cloud. Our threats are this nest and this nest. For the rest we can expand fairly easily. I guess we can take all of this down now. Okay, I said I was gonna make a save. Time for a real starter base in quotes, obviously. Was that premature deconstruction? I guess so. At least a couple ones. We need a whole bunch of belts. Should we just do things in order? Yeah, I think so. Let's just stay up here. We fill in the miners. We fill in the power plant. And then we start work on the main bus. I have only 6 undamaged gun turrets now. So the logical thing to do would be... this, right? Then they stack nicely in my inventory. See, now I have only damaged gun turrets in my inventory. Nice. We need 30 steam engines to fill in the power plant. Okay, that's 30 steam engines. You see how fast it goes? Handcrafting is life. Handcrafting is love. Handcrafting is life. Repeat after me, please. And if it's not handcrafting, then it's at least hand feeding. Don't look at the timer, how long we've been going and how little base we have to show for. That is not objective. Okay, gun turrets can go. We won't get attacked anymore. Actually, it can still happen that there will be expansions settling in the pollution cloud, so we're not completely off the hook just yet. Power plant is completed. We don't need to look at that anymore. Okay, we should be making some miners, I guess. Should have been making some miners already. Right, so now it's time to make a whole bunch of circuits. That will be enough circuits to set up the entire starter base. Alright, let's see, how much wood do I have? Nothing. Okay, I'm definitely gonna need more power lines. Man, I have only one forest. It is not right next to me though. Alright, so... bells. Splitters. Assemblers. I guess we're gonna need more because we have a bazillion science packs to go through. That's 100 assemblers. Probably I should have made the miners first. Oh, we can make miners in the assemblers then. Let's do some normal stuff. Any incoming biter will be triggered by a gun turret. They cannot fit between the range of these gun turrets, so they will just come and then be triggered by one of the turrets. It doesn't really serve as a defense, it is more just like a warning notification. Actually, looks like there's a path through here. This is the tiniest land bridge I ever saw in Factorio, which is still that long and connected. These are all clean copper miners. Right, so we are mining all the pure ore first, and then we're gonna build one giant mixed belt of ore like so. And we're gonna prioritize that mixed belt of ore into the resource flow so that the mixed ore gets used up first. Alright, so this is my pure copper. That is plenty enough for half a belt of copper. Right, let's just work on a different part of the mine first. Okay, I think I just want to mix this in first. So we'll do one of these to put that ore on the both sides of the belt, and then we'll just hook it in the back here. Like so. Then these three will get used first and they can be deconstructed earlier. Right, this is all pure iron. Let's see, that is 36 miners, so that's gonna provide a full yellow belt for a while at least. This is gone as well. Let's straighten this out again. I want to prioritize coal to the power plant, not to the boss. Yeah, the main culprit here is I didn't give myself a lot of space between the ore patches and the furnace area, because the curse of this chunky chunks mod is that you want to align your builds to chunks if you have it on all the time, so I try to keep it off. I guess we can get away with this. Gonna be like so. Can do this belt on top. There is nothing coming out the bottom, like so. Then we can reverse this belt as well. I will just snake it all the way like so. Save another tile of space right here. That is all the coal anyway. So it's not a lot of coal. These patches are also smaller than usual because they overlap so hard. Alright, so we have coal sorted, we have iron, so all the pure miners have been set up. Now we can start on this unpure mix. I could hand mine it, but no, I'm not going to. Alright, so this is like a big mixed belt. And we'll have these tiny, the whole power network is a mess here anyway. Okay, and this is the kind of belt which is gonna come out of here. That is a beautiful belt. This is mixed, underground belt. That's so. Alright, so this is all of our mixed ore. It's not connected. Alright, now it is. Let's just do a belt balancing thing like so. And then we need to basically sort this ore into the 3 main lines. Iron is on this side, so I guess the first thing we'll branch off is iron. Like so. The priority splitters made it a lot easier, this kind of stuff. Before you had to do it with those filter inserters, and you had to put a lot of them. Okay, so iron ore, but the priority splitters is 100% reliable. See now, no ore passes through because there's 2 iron ores in front of here which need to go left, but they can't, then just the belt gets blocked. And this is exactly the reason why we need to consume this belt of ore first. So what we're gonna do now is, I guess we're gonna go all the way around. And we'll have to hook it into this guy over here, and we put input priority on the ore that's coming from the mixed belt, like so. I just leave it a little bit space efficient. So this is going to be one of those builds that looks very logic. You make logic decisions when you're building it, and when it's all done, you look at the thing and think, what the heck is this construction, man? And you cannot change anything about it anymore, because then it will definitely stop working. Alright, so that's iron ore. One thing we still should do is we should have one of these things. where also after splitting it off, the iron ore can go on both sides of the belt, regardless of on which side of the belt it approaches. So if only ore from one side of the belt gets used, like so, it can still come from both sides of the belt up there. Alright, so this is now prioritized, so if I take this, only that belt, only the left belt is moving. Unless there is not enough ore there, like so. Okay, that works. Not bad. Alright, so now we still have copper and coal ore to go, so I guess the next thing we'll split off is gonna be copper. So here same input priority on the mixed belt. So now, because stone is over here, the rest is gonna be coal. And we can hook that up with priority input to the coal belt, probably just like so. Input priority. Alright, the belt balancing thing, I did not do that on the copper either. Alright, so now everything is prioritized correctly, and only if it can still block up if you are not using even the resources generated by the mixed belt can still clog up. But I think I will make like a chest storage system. As soon as we have the pollution space to do so, I can just enable all those miners by making like a chest buffer system for all the different resources. But that's something for a later time. As of now, I don't really want to overproduce what I'm not using just yet to basically save on pollution cost. Let's set up the entire stone mine as well. I have a feeling we are going to need it with this mod. Okay, that is the entirety of all starter mines filled in. It's getting there. Alright. This is my starter mine, man. Look at this thing. Holy moly. Still don't have steel axe almost 3 hours in. So bad. Coal is connected. Iron is connected. And here comes copper. Basically we can just copy this so that we don't need to sync. Always good at 1:30 AM. Minimize syncing. Oh, that means we're soon going to have to maximize syncing. We're going to have to figure out the entirety of the science bus stuff. Okay, there's a copper stack. This will be the belts going to the bus. There's gonna be copper in some chests, like so. How is the pollution cloud? Still pretty stable. I think we will first kind of figure out how the bus is gonna go. A bunch of selecting for deconstruction of all these trees. That means we don't get that something is in the way sound every time when we want to copy paste some ghost blueprints. Alright. So I kinda need more vision. Right, now at least I can look around the area a bit on the map view. Okay, so we have our labs. This thing, which should go somewhere. We're gonna have kind of a bus. The bus should go under the water. The water is here. The water is already on the bottom line. Right, so I want to make a bunch of filter inserters. That's why I was worrying about those circuits. The thing is, it's kinda hard to... You cannot select recipes which you haven't unlocked yet. So it's kinda hard to plan like that. But if you have a filter inserter, you can basically set the filter to any recipe in the game, even nuclear fuel or something which you haven't unlocked yet. So you can use that like a visual aid to remind yourself what goes where. Let's at least start with that. In the base game, we have 7 science packs. Red and green. Then we have the second tier military and blue. Blue requires oil. Then we have production and high tech, or utility is called now these days. These days, already for years, but alright. Right, so the idea is, for red signs, what do we need? We need a copper plate and an iron gear. If we look the recipe book, we can again filter on signs. We can actually probably quite easily see what we need. Yeah, copper and iron. Logistic signs requires transport belt and inserter. And this way we can kind of visualize what kind of crazy stuff are we going to need later on, and by that logic, what should we put on the bus and what not. And walls, red chips, productivity modules, 2 blue chips, 3 low densities, and space signs is basically satellite. These are the recipes which you need to normally beat Factorio. If you ever completed Factorio, you know, still not an easy task. Now we are gonna get this many more science recipes for all the other 36 science packs which are now added to the game. So we already know raw science. I won't use the science packs like so, but I will just use the recipe. Raw science was an iron ore and a copper ore. Red, we have red and green, like normal, and then we have raw science 1. Basic logistics science is science pack 2. Basic military science pack 3. Steel science science pack 4. Electricity science science pack 5. And the last one, defense science pack 6. That requires gun turrets actually. Aha! Aha! We're gonna abuse that. Do you know I have like 50 damaged gun turrets over here? To make science, to make something in an assembler, it doesn't matter if you put damaged turrets inside or undamaged ones. You just get the normal undamaged science pack out. So we can basically keep taking fresh gun turrets and then just stashing the damaged gun turrets in here, and then we won't need to repair them. So yeah, free repairs here. Right, here we go then. Science pack galore at its finest. Next one, we have science pack 1, raw science, basic logistics, splitter and burner inserter. So that would be something like so, and then some supply belts where stuff is coming in, like so. For instance, right? Splitter needs access to some stuff too, so that probably means we need to move this out of the way once, so we can have resources come into the splitter as well. That means long-handed, something like that. Something like that we're gonna have to build for most of these science packs, I imagine. And if there's like a lot of common elements, like maybe here we need transport belts, we need splitters. This is needed for green science as well. Maybe we'll need red belts for something, I don't know. We could consider adding a belt of belts to the bus. So that is why we are doing this. Normally you would not put a belt of belts on the bus, since it's only used for green science. That is what we are trying to do with this weird setup over here. Right, basic logistics, then it's basic military. That is a submachine gun, one of those. And yellow ammo, alright. Submachine gun, this guy, and yellow ammo. This guy. Steel science. Coal and steel plate. Okay, that is just basically straight from the furnace area. Then it's electricity. Lamp, boilers and offshore pumps. That's a major one. Offshore pumps. That's like copper wire and stuff. Yeah, 3 copper cable for the lamps. And this is just the standard stuff. Actually, this is pipes as well. And boilers are pipes as well. And stone furnaces. Alright, that means we are going to have copper wire on the bus. And probably iron sticks as well. Okay, then one more. Science pack 6. Yeah, defense, right? That was with the gun turrets. Yeah, walls and gun turrets. Right, so we're already going to need everything on the bus. Stone, stone bricks, steel. Stuff which you normally only need when you start setting up military science. We're going to need all of that on the bus. As you can see at the moment, this belt is blocked because iron is at the front. We are not consuming any iron. I guess when we do this, it should start moving again. Yeah, and stuff is getting through again. Alright. It's not often going to be the case that iron is the cause for the blockage, but we're basically not doing anything right now, so let's look ahead at least a little bit. So I guess those are sandwiched between red and green signs. From this moment on we need green signs. If I remember correct, number 7 was the first one which requires green signs to unlock. 7 is green signs, 8, 9. I'm just looking when it starts to have military signs or blue signs. 10. Also just green signs. 11. 12. Alright, that is 6. 13 also just green signs. 14 also just green signs. Alright, that's already 8. I thought it would I was pretty sure it would be like 6 between red and green, 6 between green and military, 6 between military. That would make 36, right? There's like 6 gaps times 6, 36. And the first one had exactly 6. Okay. Never assume things. Always double check, especially if it's the first time you encounter something. Where were we? 12, 13 is green signs, 14 green signs, 15. I think 15 was the important one, the benchmark. We can get that with green signs as well, but we need oil for that. Plastic and sulfur. Okay, so we can get the... So science pack 15 was like the last science pack, which was used for a whole bunch of technologies. They all just go up to 15. Even to unlock the later science packs you just need up to 15. They're quite expensive as well. 400 science packs of all these types just to unlock a new type of science pack. 600. 500. At least let's look all the red and green science packs. Up to 15. That's the important benchmark. Improved automation. Steel furnace and assembling machine 2. Assault science pack. Red ammo and grenades. Improved logistics science. Red belts and fast inserters. Then we have programming science pack. Oh, finally an easy one. This is just like red wire and green wire, which is the same recipe. Just electronic circuits and copper wire. Energy distribution science pack. Medium electric poles. Okay, that's all the steel power poles. That's already quite expensive, isn't it? 6 science packs for a medium and a big electric pole. There's a lot of steel which goes into those things. I mean, this thing costs 5 steel, the other one 2. 7 steel. There's already over 60 plates. At least 10 plates per science pack, where green is like 7 and red is like 3. So it's getting expensive already. Even in the post-green science era. Alright, energy distribution. Next one, railroad. That's gonna require rails and cargo wagons. Okay. Railroad. Automotive. A car and concrete. An actual car. And from one car with 8 engines we get 15 automotive science packs. Okay, things are getting expensive. I thought this mod added a lot of cheap science packs, but it's getting expensive real quick now. Automotive, automated railroad. Oh, that is 14. That was the one which was skipped all the time. Train stop and the 2 rail signals. Alright. And then the very important 15 science pack. Petrochemical, that was plastics and sulfur. That is the first oil-based one. Alright, so here we enter the oil era. All of the previous ones can still be made without oil. So we don't need a new science just yet, but we do need oil to get into science pack 15. Alright, science pack 16. Terraforming. Cliff explosives and rocket. Cliff explosives, huh? Well, at least it's a motivation to automate those things in time for once. And rockets, actually. I probably will be using rockets at some point to take out bases, I imagine. Hey, we have the actual green science pack. It's not green, but it's called the green... Ah, it's like green power, right? Solar panels and accumulators. Bulk transfer, stack inserters and stack filters inserters. Alright, we have laid out half of the 36 new science pack. So far it's quite interesting actually. Alright, next one, poison and then slowdown. This one requires an actual modular armor and 4 portable solar panels. Basic module science pack. I guess gonna require the modules, but which one? All 3! Explosive rockets and an actual tank. We're gonna need a lot of engines this run, man. That car requires engines, the tank requires engines, blue science requires engines, electric engines requires engines, robot frames and bots require engines. Okay, we're gonna need a lot of engines. Scroll down to satellite science pack. Alright, only this screen to go through. Modern defense science pack. Defenders and laser turrets. Alright. Propulsion science pack. Low density and rocket. This was 3 rocket fuel for 2 science. That is like... rocket fuel is one of the slowest recipes to produce in the game. So we're gonna need a lot of those just to fuel propulsion science packs, let alone stuff for the actual rockets later on. 2 more rows to go. Modern automation. Oh, it is assembling machine 3. Okay, that is expensive, dude. There's 4 speed modules in there. And 6 electric engines. And more engines. Holy moly, this is gonna be we're gonna need a lot of engines. This is why I do this. Now I know I need to build engines at least 4 times the usual size, or we'll get into trouble. Well, I should make a note of that. Tons of engines. Modern automation. Uranium. Okay, that's easy. Construction robotics science pack. That's gonna require construction robots. And roboports. Logistics robot, 2 types of chests. Annihilation science pack. Okay, now we're getting into good stuff. Piercing, shotgun shells and cluster grenades. Mobile roboport science pack. A power armor. What? And only 70... a whole effing power armor and you get 70 science packs. Man, and it's not even that they phase out earlier science packs later on. No. 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 You need all of them, all of the time. Alright. The most scary line is still to go. Modern... Did I skip a couple? I only have 4 more left over. Oh god. Shouldn't be doing this at 2 AM. Let's go backwards then. I already know what this is. This is the satellite. I checked out the most expensive one. You get 200 science packs for an actual satellite. Space rocketry. Okay, that's all 3 of those rocket construction things. Artillery. Artillery shell, artillery turret. Ooh, that's expensive as well. Modern military science. Uranium ammo and destroyer capsules. Huh. A destroyer capsule is like 16 of those into 4 of those into 1 of these, so also not cheap. Okay, we missed that one. Express belt and express splitters. Effect transmission. What? An actual beacon, which is not cheap already. And then not 1 but 3 Mark II modules. 15 blue chips, 15... 75 red chips. A lot of red chips. And this thing is also more red chips as well. I think it's 100 red chips in this thing. At least tell me you get a bunch of them. Okay, 75. Okay, that's a bunch of them, but still. Whoa, that took a little bit more time than I thought it would take. But this is our infographic. Let's save before the game crashes and I have to do it all again. It's good I didn't play this on that world, man. We would be up to big biters already almost. Okay, so now we have an idea of what we need to put on the bus and what we don't need to put on the bus. For instance, we should probably put concrete on the bus, since we need that for artillery turrets, as well as directly into one of those science packs. I already forgot which one. The one with the car, this one. So that's 2 purposes for concrete. We also know we don't need an insane amount of concrete. We just need it for this science pack and for the artillery turrets. So stuff like that is good to know, you know. We need some concrete on the bus, not a crazy amount. We do need a crazy amount of engines. I guess we'll take away the space science one. That's kind of an obvious. And these can go away as well, since they are not related to anything. So now we just have this cluster of pictograms. This would make a great thumbnail for a potential series, I guess. I'm not gonna make this into a series. So not all of these science packs require one ingredient. Most require 2, some require 3, and this one requires 4 even. It's the only one. So how do I want to set up those science packs? I already noticed they have small crafting times. For instance, normal red science takes 5 seconds to make 1 science pack, whereas this takes only 2 seconds to make 4 science packs. At crafting speed 1, this guy would make 2 science packs per second, or 120 science per minute. We are aiming for 30, I think. So even this assembler is already 2 times faster than we need. How is it going to be for the rest? 20 seconds for 20 science packs. Oh, this is already twice as slow. In this assembly machine, which has assembly speed 1/2, this exactly makes 30 science per minute. With crafting speed 1, it would still make 60 science per minute. Okay, terraforming is exactly 30 science per minute at crafting speed 1. And terraforming is which number again? It's already further than 15, right? Right, so with the first 15 assemblers we can get away with using 1 assembler per science pack. Alright. Then, what is the slowest one? I guess it's the last one. Satellite. 800 seconds for 200 science packs, so that's 4 seconds per science pack. So basically we need crafting speed 2 to make 30 SPM. That's quite doable with assembly machine Mark 3, which is 1.25, and just with some speed modules you can easily get it up to 2. Okay, so that means we can get away with 1 assembly machine for all of the different types of science. Alright. Okay, that is information which is drastically going to change how I'm gonna approach this. Alright, so what we learned is science pack 36 basically is 4 seconds per 1 science pack. So that differs by a factor of 8, but still we can get away with 1 assembler if we just use speed modules. So contrary to like blue science, which is the slowest vanilla science, 12 seconds for 1 science pack. We cannot get away with 1 assembler for that, for 30 SPM. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna build 2 buses. I'm gonna build like a vanilla bus on top with the vanilla science packs as well, plus intermediates. Then we're gonna have all the belts and down the middle, and then we're going to have the science Galore bus on the bottom. We will produce all the science Galore science packs, and then we're somehow gonna bring that together in the labs. The other benefit of this, why I want to do it, is because all these science packs, this is the vanilla ones, they are like quite flashy colors. But if you go to here, you see it starts with red and it just ever so gradually just slightly changes color, like a rainbow almost. So I'm guessing that's gonna look pretty neat once we have belts full of every type of those science packs. We're gonna want to do those in order. And I don't want to mix these in with that, because these will basically break that pattern. So something like that it's gonna be. Okay, then we're gonna have to decide where the actual bus is gonna be. So what do I want on the bus? I want 2 belts of iron, 2 belts of copper, and 2 belts of green circuits. We're gonna have these 4 intermediates. They all should go on the belts. So that is copper wire, iron stakes, iron gears, and green circuits. I guess green circuits we already have over here, like so. Alright. We're gonna have a bunch of other raw resources on the bus. Namely steel, we're gonna have coal, and we're gonna have the pair of stone and stone bricks. We're gonna have concrete, and I guess we're gonna have uranium as well for that other one, that other science pack. We have like a dedicated uranium belt. I guess we can just combine that since it's only used for that science pack. Man, I don't really want to put like uranium 235 on a belt. At least not until we have Covarex enrichment. That sounds insane. On the other end of the spectrum we have for that first science pack, which needs both raw ore types, which also needs to go on the bus. Or at least until the first science pack. We are gonna have like an insane amount of weaving, especially since we're gonna be building on both sides of the bus. It's gonna be extreme. Spaghetti. This is gonna be a spaghetti bus. It's gonna be extreme spaghetti to get the correct items off the bus. It gets exponentially harder if you have stuff going on both sides of the bus. Alright. So that's all the early game stuff. Alright, so let's look. Do we want pipes on the bus? Pipes are for engines, but we'll have I think we'll have a dedicated engines build. We'll put engines on the bus instead. So engines. Definitely red chips are going on the bus. I guess even sulfur may be going on the bus. We'll see. Sulfur is an ingredient in blue science. It is an ingredient in explosives as well. We don't have explosives directly, but we do have cliff explosives. And rockets. And artillery shells. But what is sulfur actually used for? Only for explosives. It would help if I could spell sulfur. Ah, yeah, it's going in that petrochemical science pack together with plastics. Okay, so we do want sulfur on the bus. I think we'll do explosives on the bus as well. Explosives. And of course we got the other two oil products of plastics and batteries. Alright, that's gonna be a pretty wide bus already. I think we are not gonna put ammo on the bus. Since ammo is just iron, it would not really help to put ammo on the bus, I don't think. Anyway, we need iron for grenades, so we can use that same iron to make the yellow ammo dedicated for red ammo. Same here. Defenders actually require red ammo as well. If anything, it would make sense to put red ammo on a belt. Let's not do that. Let's try to keep the belt to intermediates only. So no pipes, no belts. We'll produce that on location every time. Only like the intermediate products in this intermediate products crafting menu, they are allowed to go on the bus. That includes iron ore and copper ore and raw uranium, by the way. What else? Am I missing anything? Modules, not gonna put it on the bus, gonna be local produced. Some of these may require bigger builds though, we'll see. Robot frames. We need logistics robots, we need construction robots. And robot frames are quite complicated to make. We need them also for yellow signs. So I guess robot frames are going on the bus. Okay, now we're in the even higher tech era. That's gonna be the yellow science ingredients, robot frames, blue chips, and low density structures. And I guess rocket fuel and rocket control units as well. Alright, there is already a lot of things. We're gonna have a how many belt bus? 27. So by overall I would say we probably on average are going to be spending, like, these two science packs were not included in a lot of stuff. This is only for space science, I think. Is it required for rocket silo? No, 33, 34 and 36 are not required for rocket silo. 35 is, so, but this is just rocket silo ingredients. I'd say the game will be about approximately 4 times more expensive than vanilla, just by general feel at this point. So if it's gonna be 4 times as expensive, but we're aiming at about half the SPM of a regular base, we should have a base about twice the size of a vanilla base. Just this will be double next to each other and the rest will all be one belt. That's how it's gonna be. Well, for starters, how we're gonna put it in the lab, I decided for the first 20 science pack we're gonna just use this thing, which I prematurely developed like half an hour into the game or so. For no real reason, just because I wanted to know. Later this can be extended to even more science packs. Like this you could get 3 yellow belts of input onto 1 blue belt of input. So this, if we do this technique, this would be 36 different science packs. It's like it's meant to be. Because there's 36 new science packs. So that is 36. Actually, oh, this will work out nice, I think. Alright, hear me out. Red and green signs on this belt. Military and blue belt, blue signs on this belt. Purple and yellow signs on this belt. Then we have these inserters which can transport only these types of signs between the labs. Like so. That means they will leave all these other 36 science packs which come in from the sides. They cannot get those, they can only get the 6 vanilla types. They'll vary those between the labs. Right, and the other thing then, we can have like the master signs of the ultimate signs, space signs. Go like so. Wow. That is pretty cool. I like it. The thing is though, we cannot really start with this because we need to have the different types of belts unlocked. I think I can build this without using circuits, just pure mechanical madness. Even the belt weaving I can probably... I think I can do it. We'll see if we find some hidden roadblocks on the way. Alright, these are good things to have though. So we're gonna need these, one of these, like for every one of these 6 belts. Right? These can be normal belts. This is a normal belt. Alright, but I think we're gonna start off using this design. That gives us like 20 science packs worth of space with just yellow and red belts. And the first 12 can be done with only yellow belts. That looks like a rocket, right? This is like the rocket, which is going to be launched into space. It's a rocket, don't think about other stuff. Okay. We're gonna need a huge bus somewhere down here. Let's put it on the bottom. Like so then. Alright, we're doing it. Actually starting build of the bus. And copper. Here it is, the start of the bus. We planned the whole thing out for the entire game in advance. Which is something I never do on the first playthrough usually, because on the first playthrough you don't know anything and you easily miss a lot of stuff. It does get a bit safer with this recipe book mod, which just allows you to easily search up recipes and for what different stuff is used in the game, so that you don't miss something. For instance, let's just check explosives just for fun. It is used in 9 different things, and then you know, okay, only these 9 different things need explosives. There is 0 chance I need explosives for anything else. You just need to be sure that you know, oh, but this artillery shell is actually used for a science pack, right? So that is why we did the whole thing over here with all these 36 different science packs, or 43 for that matter. Right, so if the boss is going to be this wide, and that is why I really did all of this. I do not have stone bricks just yet, but let's put stone bricks over here. Now we can plan to build a path right next to the boss. I guess like so, 2 tiles away. We're also gonna want one on the south side. Okay, now we need to make an actual decision. Okay, it looks like I did not count the iron and copper ore as a belt, so that's just going to be temporary, and it's just going to go to the first science pack, and that's going to be it for that belt, and it will be gone for the rest of the playthrough. Okay, so this is going to be the... it's going to be this level. And we're going to bump into that cliff over there. And here we are going to bump into this cliff over here. Alright, double walkway, vanilla boss up here, giant cluster of bells in the middle, science galore boss down here, all 36 science packs in a line. Alright, so how we're gonna build all 36 science packs in a line? Let's make a basic design. It's in the middle of the boss, why not? We're gonna have a science pack 1. Which requires just iron and copper ore. It's not a good example. Let's take a science pack which requires 2 actual crafts. A splitter and a burner inserter. So we could have this. Splitter and burner inserter. Input it in science. Output it on a belt. That could be the basic thing, because most science packs require only 2 ingredients. See if we have one with 3 ingredients. Pretty soon, actually, yeah. Ah, this is military. Okay, it's science pack 5. It's 3 ingredients. Does this still work in that case? We have a light, a boiler, and a water pump. Let's do the water pump here. Right, so we still could do that. Something like so. We could get 3 ingredients in there. There is one science pack which requires 4 ingredients, but it has to do with modules. So that's the same recipe, the same ingredients. We can probably combine that. Yeah, I think we can find out a solution for that, but I think this design could work for anything. Even for science pack 1. We basically leave these assemblers unassigned. And here we just have the belt of ore coming down the middle. So that should be good as well. That actually solves some potential problems, like for instance, we need belts for this one. We could basically use this one for belts, since we're not using it for this science. Or I could move everything 1 tile further apart. And then we could even do stuff like so between different builds. It is gonna get quite a bit bigger though, if we do it like this. Alright, let's check. Maybe we can do signs on both sides of the belt, like so. We need some power line design. Okay, so if the output is there, see if we can keep that power pole pattern going. Okay, one argument for the 1 tile spread is that the power pole pattern is completely regular. Whereas
if we do this, it's not equidistant. The things I worry about in this game. Alright, let's see how wide this structure becomes. If there's going to be 36 science packs wide. This is 6. This is 12. That is pretty wide. 12. 24. 36. I cannot even zoom out that far. Player.zoom, right. Our science pack design is gonna be 8 chunks long. That is insanely long. Oh, and this is the compact design even. If we take this design, that is on 12. It's not even gonna fit. Actually only going to be like 1 chunk wider. It makes sense. It's like 36 extra tiles. The chunk is 32. Alright. So I believe this will work. I don't know, this I just started. I just saw a video about this and I kept thinking about this mod after that. And I finished work on my video and I just felt like streaming to blow off some steam. That was 5 hours ago. It's factorio, you know how it goes. We also need to decide on a part like this. 1 more belt of copper perhaps on this side. If I just keep space like for 1 more furnace line over here. Then we can have a part like so. I'm gonna have a part over here like so. And this is going to be the labs area. Somewhere over here. I think we're just going to have like a double whammy. Sort of. Okay, the belts are not going to be exactly right. Maybe they are. Alright, with 30 signs per minute, I think it's not super realistic to go for like a giant number of labs. So I think 20 labs will have to cut it. This lab setup will already cost me 200 inserters and 160 underground belts, of which 80 red ones to build it. That's actually quite expensive. Okay, now we just need to hook up this together. So basically I want a big flow of signs to go like this and then into here. So we're gonna have belts incoming over here. And they're gonna make a big left turn over here. And connect to this side. So I guess for the first couple ones it's quite easy. We're just gonna go like so. Then these things are gonna come out. Those are this is the real belt weaving. 2 separate belts in the same column. Okay. That could go like so. Yes, that is 5 belts. We have another 5 belts coming out of here. I think we're just gonna go like this. See, we can already turn this belt right here, like so. That means all of this can move in. Ew. And we have exactly 5 belts spanning this 5 belt gap. We can probably even connect both of these with a large power line, both sides, because they are now disconnected. First 3 go like this, these come out. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to have an extra underground belt there to get this one out. Alright, it's not looking so bad. It's going a lot smoother than I thought it would. Again, underground belt so that this red one can fit. Huh. Huh. That is not bad at all. 2 tiles of space on every side. I do want to look at it sometimes, so I should not build it too far away. Just wondering, should I leave space for like a roboport? I guess it could technically move back 1 tile if we place the roboport against the path like that. And that would easily connect. Can we bridge this giant bus? So we can. Something like that. I'm not gonna beacon these labs. These are not even gonna last until we unlock beacons. These labs can only support 20 science packs. Only 20. Unfortunately, we're going to need 43 science packs. So this is just my starter lab setup. I think we're gonna start here with science pack 1, 2, 3, etc. But later I will build the labs on the other side at the end of the bus. So we have the cheapest science packs on the longest belt and the most expensive ones on the shortest belt, so that I don't need to fill up like a 1000 tile long belt with science pack 36, which costs satellites to make, right? I want to have that belt as short as possible. Yeah, I think we have laid out the actual design by now. The pollution cloud is almost entirely gone. Alright, so before we build the labs, I'm first going to build some actual signs. I'll put it on here. Okay, so I do want all these signs assemblers to be in a nice line eventually. I think I'm gonna align the assemblers with the labs over here. So like so. Do have space for a roboport down here as well then later on. Alright, so this is gonna be science pack 1. So yeah, the nice thing about Factorio is, if you don't play Factorio by building a base, the biters will leave you alone generally. Which is what's been going on now. Right, and then once we have this set up, we can just grab the blueprint, plop this down in the same manner. And then we say, okay, this we change to science pack 2. Whatever we need for science pack 2, we can just put in these slots. And then we can, this is going to be the dirty end of the base. Here's all the spaghetti gonna happen. So here at the front door you see perfectly organized, nice, equidistant, blah 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 stuff of science pack coming out. But then when you look at the back how it all works, this is going to be the area of total chaos and madness, where we make all the stuff required for the science. That is the plan, at least. Alright, so this already does not work. Here iron and copper ore will have to come down, like so. That is going to be that extra belt, this illegal extra belt. Are we gonna do one of these? Saw somebody build a diagonal base not too long ago. This nicely follows the cliff path. I guess we can just do this. And that is our first Science Galore pack automated, I think. Iron ore and copper ore. Not the most sophisticated of all the science packs, but a science pack nonetheless. Yeah, quite a bit cheaper than the one which requires satellites indeed. Okay, this is not even power just yet. Where am I gonna get power from? Let's just go around the back. Okay, now it should be powered. It's still not powered. Oh yeah, we need to actually build the power lines of the lab. Another beautiful mess. I guess for now we'll just build 2 small ones there. Man, this is a crazy lab setup. I never made more than 4 labs, so I need 16 more. Alright. Woohoo! First one is done. There it is. Actual automation. Okay, we need to integrate some light in design as well. This is a good spot for a light, I would say. Right, yeah, but for this we need actual electronic circuits, iron plates, iron gears and whatnot. So that kind of stuff is going to have to go on the other side of the giant bus belt system. I still don't have steel axe. 5 hours in the playthrough. Okay. Right, so we have a start. Science bus into the labs. Giant belts, giant belt bus. And here is going to be our normal bus. Alright, so then the question is, how far away from the part are the assemblers going to be? There's going to be buffer chests. I want to be able to reach the chests from here comfortably, like so perhaps. And then we're gonna have to do some belt balancing. Okay, then we have a bunch of assemblers. I think I'm gonna go for this distance. There may be some more horizontal belt shenanigans going on here as well. Okay, the first thing I want to do is... Here's a furnace line in the future, so the outermost belt is gonna have to be the same distance. I'm probably gonna start with green circuits, since they are gonna be next to copper. The question is, do I want to build a very wide setup or not? I think I'm just gonna try to build slim. Let's build green chips. So I built quite a nice bus with Castorio. I'm wondering if it also would work for vanilla. Yeah, it's getting quite late night. I might stop soon because I'm thinking about starting to make builds like this. And if you start seeing green chip setups like these, you probably are thinking, I need to get out of here, man. What the heck is this? And I cannot blame you, I don't know what this is. I know what this is. All you noobs, I know what you're doing. You're building your green chip setups, you know, like this. Because you need 1.5 copper wire assembler for 1 green chip assembler. Well, yeah, you do. Okay, so I don't have a good reason to do it like this. I'm gonna do it anyway. Yeah, It's getting late. Right, we already have fast inserters, so we may as well use them. Maybe I do want to go slow inserter for now, so to achieve better resource distribution. Alright, this would work. It is something new, at least. Right? I mean, how many thousands of hours would you think I have in Factorio if you saw a green chip build like this? Let's use slow inserters until we have driven out some biters, which probably will be medium biters by the time I get over there, since I'm being ultra pedantic about how my builds should look all the time. So now we're actually gonna automate something. This line is gonna contain copper, this line is gonna contain iron. So I just do so, and that should work. Actual automation on the bus is about to ensue. No, those brick parts are just vanilla brick parts, but ghost placements. So I don't have any stone bricks just yet. I just laid out the part where I wanted to go. Alright. I am gonna fill this. Actually, yeah, that's what I'll do. Fast inserters. But I'll use a slow inserter to fill the chests to limit production. Unless we have space on the bus. Alright, so now I want to mirror this with iron gears. We're just gonna have iron coming in from the back. And we'll mirror this nicely like so. And the power line pattern can continue nice and square. Alright. I guess we will sneakily also use this for iron sticks. Not that we need that many, but just to keep the base balanced. I have an output of iron sticks. Copper wire was supposed to be on the bus as well. I'm gonna have copper coming in from the back. Alright. I'm out of belts. Fortunately, we have approximately already automated the stuff for belts. Alright. So I guess by now you see the concept of this bus. Power lines should either be nice and square or a total chaos like this mess. They should never be something like this where just like or like this, you know. It's like a random jumbled mess. Okay, for this mining field it is appropriate that the power lines are a complete mess as well, since the mining field is a complete mess of mixed belts of ore and whatnot. Alright. So iron sticks, I think not too many. Copper wire, definitely not too many. Iron gears a lot. Green circuits, my copper patches, so poor. Let's go half a chest. Iron gears full, because red belts, red underground belts, which we need like tons and tons of later on. They require like a full chest, so... Right, So now we used one iron belt, one copper belt. So now we'll just grab the other iron and copper belt. Right. This one is supposed to be iron. And this one is supposed to be copper. So big of a bus I cannot even see where I need to place the splitter. I'm just gonna place basically lights everywhere we can. Which in the beginning is gonna be in a lot of places, but at some point we're gonna need long-handed inserters. And then those lights are just gonna disappear once we need those. In those specific places, but as long as we can, we'll just light up the entire thing. Right. Basic automation. That is the only ingredients we can put on the bus so far. Okay, so let's put all of this stuff on the bus. Okay, 2 belts of green chips. And then iron gears. So I guess later, once we have external green chips, we can somehow bring that in next to here or somewhere. And we can plug the other green chip belt in here. And then we'll have actual 2 belts of green chips. Instead of these fake 2 belts of green chips. So for now, let's just hook it up like so. Alright, now we have used the top belt of iron here, bottom belt of iron here. So that means I should want to use a splitter on whatever is remaining. So that balances out again. And here as well, we use the top one. And then much further, we use the bottom one here. We also want to recalibrate that. Alright, so here is iron gears. Iron gears on the bus, always subject of big debate, but not a subject of so big debate like copper cable and iron sticks on the bus. So I think I will get away with my iron gears on the bus for this playthrough. As people will be generally more mad about these two. Alright. So I guess let's try and see how far we can get with these resources. To automate the second sign spec. Maybe I should first automate actual red and green signs. So red and green signs are just gonna go on this bus over here as well. Okay, we have a robot over here. Probably should just about make space for another one. It's a good moment to do it because now we're gonna go in these signs. Alright, so red signs is fairly simple. That's just gonna be iron gear and copper plate, which is already both on the bus. Then green signs. So normally in the early game with the slow assemblers with crafting speed of half, this would be 30 signs a minute. Once we upgrade to assembly machine mark II, it's going to be 45. Which I'm not planning to make, but all the early game sign specs are so fast to craft even in a single machine. We're going to be able to keep that up. So let's just build the usual ratio of vanilla signs. Question is, I think I'm going to go back a little bit, like so. I didn't think about how I'm going to transport that to the lab, so that's why I'm building these belts upwards. Because here is going to be my science area. I'm not going to go through that. I'm not going to go through the bus. I'm not going to go through the furnace area. So I think we're going to go all the way around. and then just come in from this side for the first vanilla signs, red and green, while we start with the science galore from this side, just hooked up directly. We'll see how that goes. That is the initial idea for now. We need to build belts and inserters for this one, which I want to put on these spots so I can actually grab some of those for myself. Oh, that actually makes it quite nicely. I always forget on which side of the belt that outputs. On the right side, that means I can just do this. And so. And that should be for green signs, the ingredients. Let's do belts on this side. Inserters on this side. And we'll use fast inserters to keep up. That means we need iron and gears and circuits. So technically we could get iron and gears somewhere up here. And then just circuit somewhere on this side. Or if that is hard to pull off, we can move that around as well. Let's first get copper and iron gears in here. Alright, so we recently balanced all the lines over here. Let's do this one as well, even though we didn't draw from it just yet. It just looks nice. So we grab the top copper again. And that should be red signs. Then we need, here it already starts. It's kinda hard to grab iron and gears on here, because this thing is now in the way. So technically we could do this. It's a bit strange, but it does work. We do have space for all underground belts. We already need like a 6 tile long underground belt for here though, so that is not ideal. But I think I will design this base with red belts in mind already. Since we're also gonna have to split off more belts to go to the bottom here, so that's gonna be kind of a horror festival. Alright, this is acceptable though, so let's... How far away is logistics 2 actually? I'm just assuming I can just get it. Okay, I can just get it. It's only 1, 2, 3 and 4, so that's not too far into the science pack. Not like automobilism, which requires like 11 science packs. This is quite easily to get to, I guess. Alright. We will have circuits come in over here. Alright, so we'll just go like this. I don't like this. I think I want this to come up over here. It makes more thematic sense, just filling all of that from the front. And we need just green circuits on here. So that's going to be like so. Alright, let's connect this and see if belts and inserters get made. Should be no problem. Alright. That looks alright. Gonna need more lights. Soon they will be automated. It was an ingredient in some actual science pack. Alright, now we need to control the amounts. We're gonna need a metric ton of belts, an imperial ton as well. I think we're just gonna let this fill up. Again, we don't have too much iron, so maybe I shouldn't. Let's do 2k. Let's do like 1 line of inserters. And then we can start making red and green signs. That's where the save. Not the science galore green signs, which requires accumulators and solar panels. But vanilla green signs, which is actually called logistics signs. Oh, is it gonna be a new moment? First First logistics science pack at 5 hours and 17 minutes. That is, I think, the slowest I ever achieved that. Of course we spent like half of the time just planning out the base, but still. Alright, I think we can even just like splitter this together. And it won't look cursed. We'll just output priority a fish on the right side. Then this side will stay empty. Now we just need to find a way to bring that over to the boss. Preferably in sort of a normal way. Now let's plan this out. How are we gonna go? Build the power plant in the way now. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we could not even do it with a blue belt. Okay, we're gonna go around the spaceship, then we may as well go around. Let's keep a Roboport World of Space. Yeah. Right, so how far am I gonna go out? I guess we're just gonna go above the spaceship, approximately the same distance. Something like so. We're not gonna need like red and green science buffer chests though. This giant belt. There's gonna be more than enough science buffer. Probably a sign that I have been streaming for too long. But I can't stop now. I'm about to achieve science. Science! Oh, red science is on the wrong side of the belt. We'll review this fish system. Like so. And then we'll just sideload it like that. But we'll keep the red science on the left side. We are already using 2/3 of our iron furnaces just for this part of the base. I haven't even set up any of the new science packs just yet. Alright, so 3 bells are gonna come from that side. Haven't decided quite yet. I guess we're gonna have another part down here. For now we're gonna have to sideload these as well, since we're going for 20 science packs on 10 belts. We're gonna need to do some of these belt shenanigans here as well. Oh, we still could do the underground belts, it looks like. Okay, that still fits. That is the 20 input belts, which are gonna come down here. Okay, then we can continue this part to the left here as well. First I saw that wouldn't fit. That means red signs and green signs have to come down on this belt. Okay, where is that now? Somewhere over there. So I'm accounting already for military and blue signs with this belt and yellow and purple signs with this belt. Even though yellow and purple signs don't fit in these labs actually. Right, now now we have an actual science setup, but we didn't build the labs yet. Okay, looks like we're gonna need 100 undergrounds, 200 inserters, 40 splitters. Yeah, we're gonna need to prepare for that just a little. We can already place down all the labs. Right, default settings, man. Pretty tame. We just had a small loop of extermination. and nothing threatening is going on. We will need to fight medium biters though by the time we get out there again. Alright, so I guess let's check how many belts we already have done. Should be a good amount. 1000, okay. Those are the kind of amounts we are looking for. Let's make the full 200, why not? Whoop, 200. 50 times 2, that's 100. 250 iron. Stack of splitters. Is there something else noteworthy? The red belts we cannot make yet. That means this is not gonna work for the moment. Well, that was alright. Power lines. We have the power lines. Base is shaping up nicely. Yeah, I like how this base is coming together. I like the mixed mining patch. It's a standard power plant. We have the spaceship still. Planned out the smelting area. Even the cliffs fit scenically into our ordeal here. Giant boss parts on both sides. Production will be on both sides. This lake is going to be in the way now though. The original plan was to have the belts and the boss under it. Now the lake is going to be in the way. I didn't take that into account. But of course we have our good friend landfill to solve that problem if we need to. Alright, it is time to build the actual base. This is going to look quite funny. Ah, satisfying. It's like they are doing the wave. If somebody clips this, that's gonna be the best clip of the stream, I think. It's gonna win by default. See, the handcrafting is already done. Alright. Alright, so for now we're gonna have to forgo this structure. We don't have the full length undergrounds just yet, but I bet we can restore that as soon as we have it. So this is the second belt, which is these undergrounds. Fairly easy. Yeah, the splitter line is the hardest to build. Right, then we're only missing the red underground belts. But that's not gonna come into play until much later. Alright. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10, 11 and 12, 13 and 14. I guess this is not going to be yellow and purple signs because this is going to be 15 and 16, I guess. I think I'm not gonna switch it on just yet, because we don't have anything to research with these science packs. Let's first build a couple more science packs before we switch it on. Like this one. We need a belt. Iron and gears. This needs iron and gears as well, so that's the same. And this is electronic circuits. So yeah, electronic circuits could come over here perhaps. Like so. Iron gears could come over here. So we don't really need to balance this because we don't output this in chests. This just gets outputted in here, and once it's full it won't take more resources until there's space, and there only will be space once this guy gets a chance to craft. So this belt assembler will never steal all resources from this guy. That will auto balance because we don't have any buffers or something. Alright. Let's look a little bit ahead. I think we can do all of them. So this is just magazines and guns. Four, 5, 6. That is everything before green signs. No, we are not gonna have that because we don't have steel smelting just yet. I just want to have a nice grand moment to switch on the signs. Not just with like 2 science packs. That's not what this playthrough is about. It's not about 2 science packs this playthrough. This playthrough is about 43 science packs. Here we need iron and coal, so that's easy, just a bell down the middle. I guess we'll leave these inserters in place anyway, it looks scenic. That means we have number 5 over here. That requires 3 different things. Lights, boilers and pumps. So boilers, stone furnaces and pipes. Okay, what is 6 gonna be? Walls and gun turrets, alright, so... walls and gun turrets, we could switch that around. Okay, these both require pipes though, so that is kind of a problem. We could do stone furnaces here. Then we have a stone belt coming in here. That gets that out of the way. Makes kind of sense this is pipes. And we can just do lamps even further up here. That could be a chest which I want to have a buff chest from, but then again pipes as well. Nah, I don't... this does not feel right though. I think I should make this one lights. I think we are just gonna put pipes and underground pipes. Perhaps like so. Just gonna take this opportunity to automate underground pipes as well. Alright, so I do want the chest of lights. Could do a separate chest of lights. Like so. Same with pipes and underground pipes. Maybe a better idea. It needs to be green circuits and iron gears on here. It's not gonna work out like I wanted to. I want to see if I can get away with this. I think I can. It is just pipes and stone furnaces. So here comes stone. Here comes iron for pipes. Iron does not need to continue. It does need to continue to the lamps. Right. Pipe. Over there. Some pipes need to go in there. This guy also needs iron, but we can steal that from up here, that's alright. Iron can come from here and then go over here to lamps. Can grab that iron over there. Insert this iron over here. Can you still follow it? I just need to remember what I need to connect where later on. Somehow I get carried away with this one. I haven't done those ones yet. Okay, I'm gonna put some markers because I will forget what was gonna go on. Alright, this is for here. Pipes are gonna come down this belt. Just gonna do like so. Now pipes go in here and here. So this one is complete. This one is complete because stone furnaces come from here. And lights can grab circuits off here. Then it just needs iron, which it grabs off here, and copper cable. Which means we need to combine iron and copper cable on this belt, and then we'll be fine, right? Right? I think so. I'm gonna need a splitter. If iron is on that side, we can just grab a little bit for here. We can put output priority straight, so iron will always go to signs before going to the underground pipes. Let's limit these chests. So then we put a stone on this one. So far nothing else. This one is just coal and steel. We haven't made a single steel just yet, actually. Machine gun. This is iron and copper and gears. So this is just iron. I guess we have one belt with iron. It's gonna go something like this. One belt with coppers and gears, which is gonna go something like that. Iron and gears. And green chips, right? This was gonna be green chips. The next set of green chips is very far away over there, so we won't combine that. This is gonna be copper and gears. For the submachine gun. This has got to be iron. But we can sneak that iron off here, especially if this iron is gonna be on the left side. Then we can just sneak off only the iron and not the gears for more style points. And then this is gonna be the electronic circuits. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 we cannot do yet because we don't have steel set up just yet. So I guess we're gonna go ahead and pull these belts up and start trying to get the right stuff on the right belt. So the earliest we can realistically get it off is somewhere over here. This could be green circuits. And now the real horrors of a compact bus will start to come out. Alright, so this is some gears. Eee. Somehow it seems to fit. Okay, that is good news. I was most worried about these two belts. And there we go. Alright, this is alright. It doesn't matter, we'll just connect this belt instead. And this belt is gonna move over to this side, like so. So that is gonna work out. Iron is even on that side, I didn't look at it, but it is, so this is gonna work out as well. Then we go copper and gears on this one. Okay, that should be fairly easy. Let's see what else we can do. I think this should be coal and steel, right? Yeah. Alright, that could be like so. Here we have a bunch of stuff. Stone. Stone is going to be down here. That's going to be easy to take. Then we have again iron. Alright, this we'll figure out. I don't think it's too difficult to get done. Right, that is that. So far, so good. It's gonna be steel and coal. That was fairly easy. I'm gonna want stone over here though. And then iron and copper wire from here. So that's gonna be a lot trickier, I imagine. Yeah, that is not really the best. Don't have a lot of other options either. My stone is going to be down here somewhere. Okay, either stone or bricks. If we manage to put stone on the bottom one, then we can just do this. Then we should probably... we should switch these around. And hope that will keep working out later in the bus. Alright, almost done. Iron and copper wire. We need to get copper wire over here. Would help a lot if this would go underground, like so. Now we can just use... let's pretend we can later, once we have a red rails, we will do a big one, but now we'll do this one. Okay, now we have truly messed up iron sticks though. That is not good either. Did you already decide for yourself that you will never build a compact bus? This playthrough is going to be a good reason why to never do that. Okay, we can get away with the iron stick problem if we just do this. Alright, then we are not gonna build the red underground belt, that's alright. Right, here's copper cable. And I had to match that with iron. Not the beauty prize, but that's not what we're here for. Should not fill it in just yet, I just said, but whatever. I'm still doing it. Alright, and again, iron is even on the right side without even planning for that. Then what's left is just another belt of iron gears. Okay, and here there's such a mess already that I'm just gonna borrow that off here and flop it over. Something like so. Right, that could work. And just like so, means we need to go up one tile. Alright. That's green chips and iron gears. So all of this is done, except stone, coal and steel. That won't take very long to set up, so I think we'll quickly do that. The pollution cloud is growing again though. There still could be a biter base on the peninsula, it's not impossible. I'm gonna build steel. So I kinda want to build some sort of inline system. I guess we can just copy this. Alright, and then here we need to change something. Alright, now we're just gonna pretend we have another belt of iron incoming. Something like that. Let's just use a stairs of splitters because we are being noobish all game long already, so why not continue that pattern? Alright, now we're gonna do something not very noobish though. I don't think I see people do this kind of setup. Maybe for a reason, we'll find out pretty soon. This is gonna be an inline sort of steel smeltery. Right, we can copy this 2 more times. Now the power lines should not get messed up because they're already pre-built. Build it up to here. Alright, that is the 12 iron smelters. Now we somehow got to make that into steel over here. Mm-hmm. Outside. Middle. Aha! I got it like this. It works! So the iron ore gets blocked by the side of the underground belt. And that means I even didn't have to sacrifice any space for the furnaces. That means only the coal flows through. This looks very cursed. What the heck is this? That looks amazing actually. I can even grab the extra iron which is not smelted into steel and add it to the iron belt. Guess we're also gonna have a steel chest. I think maybe I'm gonna get on this side just a single one. That's gonna be steel. I can do both. I can make the coal belt here. Man, this is just working out too good. Haha. Look at this. 2 sorted belts. Amazing. Alright, this guy goes to like the pseudo second iron belt. We can actually just hook it up. Like so. Almost valid. So whenever steel is not being smelted, the extra iron from these top furnaces will just flow through the system and join the second belt over here. That's potentially 1.5 belt of iron. 1 guaranteed belt of iron and 1 belt steel if needed and otherwise iron. Alright. Oh, the problem with this coal belt though is it's being fed by 2 slow inserters, so I'll guess for this occasion we'll upgrade it. I guess maybe we can just later do the coal belt actually next to just route it in over here. I don't know, this looks awesome man, I like how it looks. Well, let's just do that. Okay, that is coal and steel. Steel was supposed to go here. Coal is gonna go here. Exactly touches that system. That's going to have to move over later as well, I guess. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. We can just zap over that. That should bring coal and steel here. It does. How's pollution? I'm starting to worry a bit. It's been 4.5 hours since we polluted the nest. I should go sleep, man. What the heck am I still doing here? Alright. Red and green science is still not backed up. That is how long this belt is. This is the most stupid red and green science belt I've ever built. Alright. How is this stone belt gonna go then? Like so. Okay, we need more undergrounds. It is definitely not going to be more than 1 yellow belt from that mine. There's this cliff in the way here. What do we need down here? Realistically, we need 1, 2, 3 concrete as well. 1, 2, 3. We have space for 4 things. Uranium is over here, so I think uranium is just gonna come in a straight line from over here. That can make this with a red belt, like so. That could be uranium. So we don't need uranium here. Then we could actually do a normal coal belt. Past here. So first coal. Let's say this is coal. Still need the coal to go to the stone brick furnaces, but that could be coal. Right, then stone and bricks. We had a special order for that. It should be bricks and then stone. Technically, if this would be output, we could output bricks here. And we don't have medium power poles just yet, so this won't really work just yet. Alright, so for now I'll just insert a stack of coal. I will just keep these 3 furnaces for now. We can later expand to like 12 or so. So this is going to be stone. And that's the last of the 4 basic resources we need. Let's just go straight here. Do want to split off this stone as well. So half of it goes as normal stone and half of it goes to stone bricks. The more we build, the more pollution is gonna start to ramp up. So we need to be a little bit wary of that. But apparently we do have these resources now. And then we just need to integrate concrete. Maybe we just build concrete here as well. Just snag some stone bricks off here. And just build some assemblers here for concrete. We'll see. For now though, we have these resources here. We cannot really pass the path. I think we're just gonna follow the coal belt here. I'm not sure if this is gonna fit. One misclick and it gets mixed, so probably should not misclick, just get good. And this is not gonna fit here as well. All of these belts are gonna have to do these funny shenanigans. I don't understand why people want to build diagonal bases. Actually, it does look quite kind of funny. Okay, let's not get carried away. I'm not building a diagonal base. Alright. Now just a bazillion belts to get all of this. Drawn up to the respective location. Let's not do the concrete belt just yet. I don't have that many belts on me. Yeah, diagonal belts do look wrong. Alright, we have one more science pack to do. There is science pack 6, which is for what we need the stone bricks. It's the walls and the gun turrets. Okay, we need a surprisingly similar amount of resources here, though not quite similar. Okay, so we do have iron over here. We could just do this for the gun turrets. I don't really like to do that because it's not really split well. I think we have space to just bring it down here. So if I do this, then this science pack is favored over this one too much. So instead we're gonna just bring it down normally. I guess we'll do walls over here. What is science pack 7 gonna cost me? Let's see this thing over here. Oh, that's actually stone bricks for the steel furnaces. Alright, then I probably want walls on this side indeed, because this guy can then share those stone bricks to make steel furnaces. Okay, that makes sense. So we just need stone bricks here and then gun turret material over here. And stone bricks here. Theoretically not too hard. Then we need some combination of green circuits, iron gears. That is looking a lot harder already. Am I going to have to do this then? Maybe I just will get iron and gears from here and just bring copper down. I mean, we're already doing this anyway, so why not? This is going to be cursed. This whole playthrough is going to be cursed with stuff like this. Hop. Alright. Hey, iron gears are on the correct side of the bell to do this trick. Isn't that a coincidence? We need to do that trick one tile further out. And this iron is on the correct side of the bell to do this trick. Hey, here is our iron and gears for gun turrets. This belt is already not existing anyway. So that means we just need to draw copper off here or here. That looks like it's going to be the second option. Like so. And we won't be needing this belt. And bricks like so. And that is the first 8 science packs. That's more science packs than in the whole base game of Factorio. That's going to be the first 6 science packs. Right, then one more like so. There's this guy. I told you this was going to be the dirty mechanics behind the scenes thing. This is going to be the nice front door where everything looks shiny and clean and organized and not like life is a total chaos. Alright. Then we are about to turn everything on. It's getting night, that's a bit a shame. I still need to hook up these bells to the labs, so let's do that. Okay, so that is going to be sort of the pattern. Just need to move that back one tile every single time. Alright, we're getting a problem with this cliff though, to continue with the science packs. I did not foresee that early enough. When we were gonna unlock cliff explosives again. Cliff explosives is science pack number 16. Now we're at 6. Yeah, these cliffs are gonna be in the way. Oh, that's gonna be annoying. Alright. That is for later care. That should in the end be 8 science packs. It's getting light. The moment has come what I've been waiting for all playthrough. 7 hours ago. Alright. I hope you're all ready. Let's just go one at a time. Switch everything on. See how many mistakes I made. Hopefully not too many, because if I didn't make too many mistakes, I can go sleep. Splitters. Mistake number 1 is not getting iron. That's an easy fix. It was intended like this, but already mistake on the first assembler does not spell much good. Alright, that's gonna be science spec 2. We're gonna unlock a whole bunch of science specs in quick succession now. Of those milestones. We never made a science spec number 2 before. Alright, so this gives us 30 basic logistics specs for just the cost of a splitter and a burner inserter. I guess we can secretly drop some of this ore into assembling machine 1. Missed the moment. I screwed it up like a total noob. Okay, first basic logistics spec. Done. This is gonna give us 30 basic military science specs. Once this is all done, ammo is already done. I actually could be sneakily stashing up some ammo over here for myself. Let's do a lot. We're making it slowly anyway, so I'm going to want to have that once we inevitably need to go take out the biters. Pretty soon after we start up all of this, because now the base is going to go in full swing. Everything is going to be used. Alright, this just needs copper and gears and iron. I forgot one inserter here. I need to hook up the sign. Oh yeah, I see. That kind of sucks. What is logistics 2? 2, 3 and 4. Yeah, that's not gonna fit. Alright, I'm messing everything up. Okay, I'm messing everything up. This is the big moment. We're not messing everything up. Let's then just put them on these ones so the belts will be easy to empty out later on. Since these are not gonna be in use for a while. So like so. Alright, now this should work. These will go into the yellow belts. It all will stop here. This is not built yet. See, not built yet. Need a couple more. Alright, here we go. Let's see if everything works first try, right? I bet this splitter will work first try. I didn't forget inserters here. Alright. Just gonna switch this on simultaneously now. Steel and coal, yeah, why not? Steel and coal, not that interesting. That will go well. How's the submachine gun coming along? Slow inserter, that's alright. Okay, I want to actually create them in order. On the milestones list. And Science Spec 4 is quite fast. Right, 2 is busy. Right, the first machine gun is crafted. First Science Spec is going to be crafted. Forgot another inserter here. At least there's stone on that belt. There's something. Hey, you know what? I think I'm gonna just place a sneaky ammo chest over here. Right? That's a good idea. Maybe a lot ammo. I'm gonna need it later to clear out all these biters. Yeah, exactly. Alright, Science Spec 3 is done. Another achievement on the milestones list. 639. Let's switch on this bad boy. That's gonna be faster. It only gives you 4 packs instead of like 30 at a time. Right, it is time for Science Spec 5. First let's make the furnaces that goes into boilers, and then this is a whole mess of jumbledness. So let's first see if the simple part works. The simple part works. Okay, we now have stone furnaces in here. Oh, hello, high speed. Thanks for raiding me. So, we are just at the moment supreme of this 7-hour stream, in which we spent most of the time planning the base. The stream is Science Spec Galore. And that means we basically have 43 different science packs. There have been 36 science packs added to the game. The first 6 of which we have just automated down here after carefully planning the base out. This is going to be the compact spaghetti bus. Here we have the vanilla bus with vanilla signs. And here we're going to have 36 new science packs in a line. Our initial lab setup over here can handle the first 20 different types of science packs, but eventually we'll have to upgrade it to accommodate for the other more than half, because 20 science packs is not even half what we need to do here. So we just switched on the earliest one. It goes all the way to easy, like raw iron and copper for the first science packs, to a full satellite for the last one. Second one, logistics, requires splitters and burner inserters. Then we get some military one, which requires submachine guns and ammo. This one requires just steel and coal, so that's super easy. This one is super difficult because it requires offshore pumps, boilers and lamps, which nobody hardly ever automates, and for a good reason. But this contraption hopefully will work right now. So let's switch it on and hope for the best. Right, I'm not switching on the underground pipe just yet. Bring Emily's people too. I'm almost finished as well, so better start throwing suggestions in chat for the combined raid force of High Speed, Emily, whatever is still left from Bolt Viking. I thought there was another one even. Alright, things are not working. We have lights. We do not have boilers. Oh, we do have boilers. We do have pumps. We don't have inserters. Alright, that makes sense. It's good that I at least didn't miss the moment. Ah, Colonel Will. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, there's like 4 or 5 raids will be already. There's gonna be a snowball. It's been so long since Bolt Viking was the first to raid me. Maybe he's streaming again already. Yeah. Alright, we got the Science Pack 5. One more. Then we'll switch on the labs and then I'll call it a day. Science Pack 6. Defense Science Packs. Gun turrets and walls. Actually, gun turrets used to be an ingredient in the for military science in the earliest versions of Factorio. So it's nice to see that make a return. I'll just quickly upgrade it to fast inserters, so we can get at least a gun turret going. Let's help it a bit. So that happens, right, when you insert a full stack. It had an iron plate in its hand and it didn't start inserting iron gears. Oh, wait a minute. We had a specific plan for this. Alright. So what we're gonna do instead... I'm out of everything. Let's make a chest here with gun turrets. And instead we will use these 50 broken gun turrets, which we used in the earlier wasteful biter assaults, where we didn't have a care in the world about ammo costs and damaged gun turrets. And we're just going to use our damaged gun turrets to craft the undamaged signs. And we'll just later grab some new gun turrets from this chest over here. That is the new plan. Alright, so this won't ever insert. You cannot stack undamaged gun turrets with damaged ones. So that is fairly safe. Here it goes. Science pack number 6. Hop. Alright. Pretty sweep. Right, let's not make infinite gun turrets. But we are gonna use those to raid the biters pretty soon. Pollution is gonna spread on these guys very soon. Well, not very soon, but like... it won't take an hour anymore. We need to be ready, so some of the upgrades we are gonna research are gonna be related to military first. Like bullet damage, we are in the medium biter area and we still have unupgraded yellow ammo, which is usually a death sentence if you have any kind of attacks going on your base. Fortunately we haven't, we're doing a proactive strategy where we basically scout our entire pollution cloud and keep it from reaching the biters. As soon as it threatens to reach the biters, we just go take out the biters and they will never attack us. That is the plan at least. I didn't keep a strict policy of that or I would have never gotten attacked. That would have been a cool thing to do actually. So if we look at pollution on biter nests, it only happened 2 times in the early game. Because I didn't care about it. Man, it would have been cool to just prematurely kill every nest for the entire playthrough and just never get attacked. That would be a baller move. Alright. Did I spend enough time talking and stuff? I think so. Yeah, the next batch here is ready as well. Right. I think we have enough signs to start the labs. Is it getting night or is it getting light? I guess it's getting light. Right, I want to have a nice vantage point of the base. Maybe over here. Okay, between the coal steel belt and this copper belt. I'm gonna save here. I just want to see the labs work before I go sleep. But I think this is a nice start for the next stream as well. Just to start up the labs again and finally start researching after all is said and done. Here goes red signs. Let's see if it actually works. Red and green signs. Only thing which you can research with pure red and green science packs are landfill and tool belt. All of the other technologies require a multitude of science packs, like 6 science packs for logistics too. You want to get a quick car after quickly making some green science? You can forget about it. We cannot even make it just yet. We still need 4 more science packs. 7, 8, 9 and 11. So that is gonna take a while to get, especially because these science packs are quite pricey as well, and of course they require 2 times the science packs of regular technologies. We're already up to 4 here, so yeah. Right, let's connect the other ones as well. We'll go to our vantage point. And hopefully we can see everything working and flowing down the belts. All the labs are slowly getting filled. Alright. Let's see an encouraging or depressing truth, depending on how you look at it. Even the last science specs is just making the corner right now. I want to know, is everything reaching the end? It is. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look how empty it is still in here. I mean... this playthrough is gonna take a while, isn't it? Yeah, I may have kinda underestimated it. I just thought, oh fun, just make some extra science packs, some new recipes, that would be cool. I didn't realize it would cost that many extra resources. Now it's still tame, but the later science packs are prohibitively expensive. I do like how this lab setup looks though. Alright, let's research something. Can I get at least some of these signs? Yeah, let's something like this. This would make a good shot for the YouTube video if there was ever gonna be one. Alright. What do we want? I guess bullet damage is really what we want first. Can research 1 level. Second level is the same, just 1, 3 and 4. So we can get that one as well. Military 2, we definitely want that. We want that even before those shooting speed upgrades. Then we can start making some grenades, that will help us a bunch. Heavy armor, yeah, we are really preparing for a conquest. Shooting speed, I guess let's even get shooting speed, why not? Alright, is it everything military we can accomplish? Let's get Steel Axe, perhaps we do more damage on the biters if we run out of bullets. Alright, I think that's all of the good stuff. Nice. Military 2 is already completed almost. Alright, how much power are we using now? 8 megawatts, that's not too bad. Alright. This is looking pretty sweet. All of the belts are still full. I have a feeling that is going to be a rare site after we expand some more science packs. I do like that we have this system which we can just keep repeating 36 times in total. For all these 36 science packs. I hope we can keep fitting everything in this square over here. I left myself a bunch of space, aligning it with the labs down here. Still think maybe for the later science packs, which requires like cars and tanks and stuff. I don't know if we can fit it in here. Let's go look at our... this is the vanilla base. You've seen this a million times before, except there's a green circuit setup, which makes you think I'm a total noob. But I wanted to keep the pattern. This is easily expandable. I can literally just copy the entire bus and if there were no trees, just copy and paste more of these on top, however much I want. So that's nice. Here's our result of our planning stages. These are the vanilla science packs, red, green, which we did, and then military blue, purple and yellow. And we just did these these 6 science galore packs, ranging from copper and iron ore to military supplies. The next tier, there's not going to be 6 science packs between the next 2 until 12, 13 and 14. If we go up to 15, 15 is the very important one. It's the first one that requires oil, but it's still just red and green science. 16 starts to have military science. Alright, so the first 15 can be done with red and green science, though for 15 we need oil. And we already established 15 is a very important benchmark, since a lot of technologies, they only require science packs up to 15. All of these science pack researches cost only up to 15, so that is pretty nice. We have a lot of text, substations, this. All of them the same science packs, so 15 is an important benchmark. So let's put that one here. And then we're going to get up to more military and later blue and purple science. We'll figure that out next time. Let's go take a look at the mixed ore belt. I wonder if it is still being clogged by copper. It probably is. I think one of the goals for next playthrough is to make some buffer systems, because now we're not using a lot of coal, but that will change. So I probably want to start extracting this coal, because we have only a limited amount of miners which can extract coal. So if we don't start over extracting now, we don't have enough coal later when the miners cannot keep up. and then we can just feed it out from our buffer chests again. Same I'm gonna do for copper, not so much to actually store up any copper, but more to just keep this mixed belt unclogged, because right now, even though we have input priority on the mixed belt, we are simply not using enough copper to keep this going at full speed. A lot of this mixed belt is copper though, so that's sort of the reason. This is probably one of the most horrible overlapping starting patches I have had in Factorio so far. Really all 3 patches overlapping and all like in curved ways. Sometimes you get like a nice straight divide, well not in this one. Alright, pollution is pretty bad. In the center we have all the major polluters next to each other. The boilers, the miners and the furnaces. So that's a big epicenter of pollution. Alright. Not bad. Right, still all labs are active, so that's a good sign. Some science packs are backed up. I think for the enemy expansions I'm gonna research solar power, which we can do now. 2, 3, 4 and 5. And then we can make like super small solar radar outposts. The car is not that far away though, because we don't need to do much else. We have done everything. All the boring tasks we already did. We did the entire home mining patches, the entire power plant, entire furnace area, and the entire thinking, designing, planning stage. Everything is sorted out now. So next stream we can basically, after we take care of some biters, just go on. We will research all the next science packs. 7. Yeah, we need the basic technologies like steel furnaces, automation 2, then we can get 7. 7. So yeah, we can now just basically research technologies. Everything will keep working while we are gone. We just go out and make one more loop. Take out these biters. Those are quite sizable nests close together. That's gonna be sort of a challenge. That's gonna be it for this time. It went on way longer than I thought I would. I would just play like 3 hours. Famous last words. 7 hours in game time. Alright, but yeah, we have kicked things off. We are ready for grand progress next time. I think we have a decent chance of making it all the way to blue science, including all the other science packs on the way to blue science. Let's see the rainbow wave. Yeah, it does look kinda nice. It's a gradual progression of color on the belts like this. That's gonna look great in the end game. I'm not sure how great it's gonna look if we use this trick where we combine all of that onto one belt. I think that's gonna look more like a smear. Basically like how your TV works. With the red, blue and green, red, blue and yellow pixels. Which then form just one color together if you look at it from a distance. I think something like that is gonna happen here as well. Experiment. It's looking a lot less good than just this. It does look cool that it's all sorted, but you don't see that it's sorted, especially when it's moving along. It's going to be a little bit smeary, and like this, yeah, like this it doesn't look nice at all on a horizontal belt. We'll think about that. I think I like the idea of going for 36 full belts next to each other, somehow into the labs. I'm gonna zoom out. This is the entire base. Yeah, it's quite late already. I should go to sleep too. Alright,
that's gonna be it for today's episode. Thank you all for watching and I will see you next time.